So much of life comes down to the choices that we make.
If we're honest with ourselves, we've all made decisions that led to feelings of regret. In this video, we're sharing 5 choices that will keep you poor. Make sure you watch until the end for a bonus.
What's up, Legacy Builders? I'm Rob.
I'm Reshawn, and this is Learn, Hustle, Grow.
She's a stock trader.
He's a realtor.
And we are debt-free investors. If you've been following our journey, then you know that at the end of 2018, we left our W-2 jobs, and in 2019, we traveled the world.
We focused on debt paydown and long-term investing in both real estate and the stock market to achieve financial independence. Each week, we drop videos sharing our experience and knowledge on the topics of money, real estate, and investing. Occasionally, we share our travel experiences.
If you are getting anything from our weekly videos, please do us a favor and hit that like and subscribe button.
Make sure you comment below. YouTube is measuring us. The algorithm needs to know that you are appreciating this content. That means engagements. So like, comment, share. And welcome back. If you are new to this channel, we are glad to have you.
Number 1 on choices that will keep you poor. The person that you marry, or the spouse, right?
Right?
Your spouse definitely has a huge impact on how you just live your regular everyday life, right? If they want to live in a big ballin' neighborhood, if they want to drive a Tesla or 2 Teslas, right? I mean, you know, that can, if those things impact them when they see their friends have them, that's going to change the way, you know, things get spent around the house, right?
Yeah, when it comes to keeping up with the Joneses, if both parties are on board with maxing out every dollar, then that's going to keep you broke, whether you make a good income or not.
Yep.
Now, it goes without saying that the person you marry also impacts how your children will be influenced.
Yes.
We all want to marry somebody who we think will be, good with kids, whether it's your, wife or your husband. However, money habits are often inherited. If you or your spouse are a big spender,
yes,
it goes without saying that your kids are going to pick up on some of those habits.
Right. At least if you have balance and one person's a spender and one person's not, then you kind of balance each other out, right?
Yep.
That kind of what happened with us, right? I don't spend big anymore.
But he loves the big things.
Just off camera, she was just saying, "Oh, you spend big," and I was like, "Wait," I said, "There's not a big spender over here."
He just loves the big things, right?
Yeah.
I don't care about cars, but he is a car guy and loves cars.
But I have not had a new car in 12 years, y'all. I'm due. Hey, let her know.
I knew that was coming.
Let her know I'm due, y'all.
The only reason he brought up the fact that he hasn't had a new car in 12 years is because he wants one. That's on the list.
Anyway, so that matters. The person you marry, if you guys cannot get on the same page, and we have seen many not on the same page, you will be in trouble. In addition to how you spend, your partner also can impact your personal growth, right?
Absolutely. When you are with this person, do you feel as though you can be your best self, or do you have to hold back in order for them to feel more comfortable, right? Can you grow and change? Yeah. That's essential to, a marriage anyway, the ability to be able to grow and change together.
Yeah.
If one of you is stuck and unable to make changes in your life, it's going to be hard for that marriage to be successful if the other person has a growth mindset.
Yep.
So those are some of the things you want to keep in mind. And of course, if you're already married, then these are conversations you want to have with your spouse. Do you guys agree or disagree? Let us know in the comments below.
Number 2 choice that'll keep you poor is where you live. For example, neither of us are originally from Texas, right? I'm from Virginia. She's from Chicago, Illinois. And now we're here because of opportunities, right?
That's right. We believed in following the opportunity.
Yep.
When it came to opportunities for jobs and lower cost of living, we both saw those as reasons to move to Texas.
Yep. While I had nothing tying me down, I was looking around all some of my favorite cities. I was looking at Atlanta. I was looking at Houston. I was looking at Dallas. And I was reading up on those, and I remember I used to, read this magazine called Money Magazine, and they were talking about jobs, right? Where the job growth was, and that's how I chose Dallas.
Yeah.
So
it's one of those things we have to be mindful of because most of us love our families.
Yes.
And we want to be close to family. I think there's a study that says that more than 50% of Americans live less than 15 to 20 minutes away from where they grew up. And while that is great from the perspective of, love, it may not be the best thing for you financially.
Right.
Are you growing? Are you stretching yourself?
Yep.
Those are things that we have to think about when we think about where we live.
Yeah.
Where we live also impacts,
friends.
oddly enough, right? You said who our friends are.
Yep.
And we believe iron sharpens iron.
Yes.
We get better because of the people around us.
Yep.
But what about this? Who you marry?
Yeah.
Yeah, if we hadn't moved to Texas, we would never have met.
Okay, I was gonna say we just talked about that, but we would have. Yep. And I ended up marrying somebody here, of course, because I'm
Geography
here.
matters.
Yeah, and I mean, it could have been online sometimes, but but it's the most likely it's going to be someone local, right?
Yep.
So number 2, that matters, right? Number 3, the next thing that will keep you poor is choosing to spend without a plan. Right?
Absolutely.
You got to have a budget. I know everybody says it and it's boring and it's cliche, but honestly, you got to have some form of budget. It doesn't have to be as super sophisticated as others, but you got to know where your money's going, right?
Right. Having a budget tells your money where to go.
Yes.
And it makes sure that every dollar is being put to work.
Yes. You got to because before you know it, you can just be spending, and I mean, you'd be like, wow, I ate out 3 times this week, and it's $150 gone or $200 gone, and you don't know how fast where it went, right? So
and that budget has to include your long-term investments. Put it down in writing. Putting things in writing just helps to reinforce that plan.
Yep, and having a plan, it helps to avoid lifestyle creep.
Oh my God,
right?
Which is so easy, right? The more money you make, the more money you believe you have to spend, and you can continue to make more, but still live check to check.
Yep. I mean, it doesn't hurt just to upgrade things every once in a while. I do that myself, right?
If it's part of the plan, just put it in the budget and you can have it.
But imagine how much more you would have if you live the same lifestyle pretty much and then continue to save the way you do. That would be amazing, right?
Yes, it would. The 4th on our list of things, or our list of choices that will keep you poor, is choosing not to say no. We all want to help those we love. However, we choose not to loan money to friends and family. Instead, we offer resources.
Yes.
That is a choice as to whether or not you are going to put your own mask on first. You have to get yourself into a position to where you're financially stable and comfortable enough with your money before you can begin to help others.
Yep. So like loaning money, if we feel like we definitely decide we're going to go ahead and do and loan money, we have a set number in our mind. We talk about like this, hey, what's not going to put us out too much, right?
Right. And it's not a loan. That's why I said we don't loan money. It's a gift.
Yeah,
because
exactly,
we don't expect to get it back.
Right.
If for any reason we do get it back, then that's just a bonus and a blessing.
Yeah.
But we never loan more than we can afford to gift.
Right. And honestly, you have to be honest with yourself on who you're dealing with, right? We know our family, we know our friends, and maybe sometimes you might not. But if you know who you're dealing with, you cannot constantly enable poor choices, right? You have to say, hey, we know who we're dealing with, or we've given this person money. Like when someone says, hey, I give this person money 3 times, they still already owe me 2. They owe me 2 more times, owe me my money back. Like you're enabling those choices, right? So
that's right. So it's a choice not to say no. That might be part of something that makes you feel good. It makes you feel generous. But is it in your best interest?
Right.
And when a real emergency comes along, will you be able to take care of yourself? Take care of yourself.
Yes. Have you found it hard to say no to friends and family? Comment below. All right. Number 5, choosing not to invest.
That will definitely keep you poor.
Yes.
We know that the stock market is trending down right now, and the amount of volatility has a lot of people afraid.
Yes. This right now, guys, though, this is what makes millionaires.
That's right.
While it's going down, and I know nobody can time the market and whatever. We talk about this all the time. But you should just be, if you have the money we are constantly buying. If it keeps going down, we're going to keep buying.
Yep.
Because one day it's going to be like it was a couple years ago, and just everybody thought it was never going to slow down. It's just going to keep going green, but that's impossible. You know, rocket ship, they come down, right? So,
yeah. And we've shared in a previous video, if you have the money to invest, you don't have to put it in all at once. You
Nope.
can create a plan to put it in 1/4 at a time. This way you can dollar cost average your way down. But the point is to never stop investing.
Never.
You always want to invest for your future.
Yep.
That is what's going to allow you to be on a path to building wealth.
yep.
So,
I
another,
was going to say,
Yeah.
I mean, you can be investing in real estate, not just the stock market, real estate, brokerage accounts, everything. I mean, right now when it's down, a lot of things are down. Real estate is not down as much as we would like, right? But, you know.
So maximize on every opportunity.
Yes.
Right? 401ks, retirement accounts. Just don't stop investing, guys.
No. Hey, we know we said we had 5, but we got a bonus. It is number 6, sticking with the status quo.
That idea that things will never change.
Yes.
It is what it is. The poor will always be poor.
And I'll never make enough money, right?
Right. Not only will I never make enough money, but I can't get a raise.
Right. If you're thinking like that, then that's definitely a thing that'll keep you poor.
Yeah.
You know, I'll say, coming from where we come from, I remember one time someone asked me at work when I was in corporate. The guy said, "Hey, I have a question." And, you know, he didn't want me to be offended. He says, "How did you get out of where you were?" You know, I told him, "Hey, I'm from the projects or whatever." Somehow we had this conversation. And, you know, I eventually joined the Marines, went to college. And he says, "What made you do that?" Right. And I said, "Well, honestly, as a little kid, I used to look at other people and I used to say, wow, that's a real," I'd be at a grocery store or whatever and see a nice Mercedes. And I say, wow, I wonder how they got that. And see, I don't know how everybody else's mindset is, but me naturally, I always thought, man, one day I'm going to get something like that. I'm going to find out how they did that, because if someone can do it, if that one person can do it, I'm sure it's got to be a way. And I've always been a researcher and, you know, and just tried to figure out my way, how I'm gonna move to the next notch up, you know? So.
Yeah, having both grown up poor, if we believed that it is what it is, if we accepted the status quo,
Right.
if we bought into all those self-limiting beliefs, we would still be poor.
Yeah, we would. And honestly, I struggle to understand when people see other people doing well. I mean, that shows you that, you know, it can be done, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
mindset is powerful.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like travel for me. Like I remember I used to be nervous about, hey, going certain places. But if I see somebody actually they've been there, then I was like, hey, so, you know.
So change starts with acknowledging where you are, looking at the choices you've made and the choices that are available to you going forward, and starting from there. So what changes will you make?
Yes.
Comment below.
See you in the next video.